Okay, in today's class, we're looking at types of proportion. We have direct and inverse proportion. In direct proportion, two quantities are directly proportional if an increase in one causes an increase in the other. So when you have two quantities, as one increases, the other one increases also. That is direct proportion. You can write it like this: y is directly proportional to x. What it means is that increase in y results to increase in x. So if you want to write this as an equation, what you're going to write is y is equal to kx. Remember, when I put y is equal to, when I remove this sign, this proportion sign, and replace it with equal to sign, I have to bring something what we call k, which means constant. K represents constant of proportionality. So this becomes an equation: y is equal to kx. So let's look at examples of a direct proportion. Now, the first example: if 5 workers make 100 chairs, how many chairs will 8 workers make? So when you have 5 workers making 100 chairs, that is 5 is to 100. So how many chairs will 8 workers make? So 8 workers, 8 is to, let us represent how many workers they'll make with x. 8 is to x. 8 is to x. So in this case, you see that in the proportion, we have seen that increase in number of workers will make increase in number of chairs to be made. So if 5 workers work the same rate and they're making 100 chairs, if 8 workers work the same rate, they are supposed to make more. So what we do now is to do cross multiplication. We have to cross multiply. In cross multiplying, you have this to this, this to this. So we have 5x is equal to 800. Is equal to 800. So if 5x is equal to 800, what we have is 800, x will be 5x divided by 5 all over 800 divided by 5. X is equal to 800 divided by 5. When you divide 800 by 5, what do you get? Pause this video and divide 800 by 5 and check the answer with mine. So the answer is 160. So the answer will become 160 chairs. That's what 8 workers will make. Let's look at this example. A car travels 120 kilometers in 2 hours. How far will it travel in 5 hours? So if the car travels 120 kilometers in 2 hours, you are expected that in 5 hours the distance will increase. So this is what we call direct proportion. The increase in hours will result to increase in distance that will be covered. Now let's put it in a ratio form. 2 hours to 120 kilometers. 2 hours for 120 kilometers. Now 5 hours for what? Let us represent the number of kilometers here with x. Remember, you can use any alphabet. You can use A, you can use B. Okay, let us represent with A. With A. So here we're going to do cross multiplication. We do this to this, this to this. So when we do that, 2 we multiply A, that will become 2A is equal to 5 times 120. 5 times 120 will give you what? 600. 600. So having done this, what you simply do is divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. And when you do that, your answer becomes, A will become 600 divided by 2, which is 300. That means the distance will become what? 300 kilometers. 300 kilometers.